Hello everybody and welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Pennzoil 150. Another race, our NASCAR Heat 5 2023 mod career mode season number 4. We are on pole for today's race. Connor Mozak starting at the rear of the field. And we are driving our number 9 GoPro Chevrolet for JR Motorsports. So here we are coming down the front straightaway to take the green and cross the yard of bricks here. And we are underway at the Indianapolis Road Course as we try to pick up our 4th Xfinity Series win of the year and just our 5th and final Xfinity start of the season. And it's here at Indianapolis as we race Connor Zilisch into turn 1. We go a little wide, very conservative on the braking into turn 1. And Connor Zilisch is going to get clear. And Zilisch now leading here at the Indy Road Course, and we're going to try to close back into the inside. Big contact made with Zilisch. He saves it. We managed to hang on as well, and we take the lead here at the Indy Road Course back from Connor Zilisch here through turns 4 and 5 here at the Indy Road Course, and are trying to drive away. Few laps later, again, very loose, overcorrecting and off into the sand trap we go. Course penalty cost us the lead and second place. Now you have to find a way by both Parker Retzlaff and Connor Zilisch in the 99. But now this time by Zilisch is going to come down pit road. Does not have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race, or the end of the stage rather. Zilisch comes in pit road. Retzlaff and I stay out. Last lap of stage 1, and as we're working our way through turn 3, the caution's going to come out, and stage 1's going to end prematurely. So we pick up the stage 1 win here, followed by Parker Retzlaff, Carson Quaffle, Justin Allgaier, and Ty Majeski, the top 5. And then Sheldon Creed, Rajah Caruth, Daniel Hemrick, Riley Herbst, and William Sawalich all get stage points as well, running out the top 10. So we dominate, pick up the stage 1 win. Now on the restart, we drop down to 3rd. Zilisch stays out as he flipped the stage there with his strategy call. So we'll see if it works for him. We clear Retzlaff. We're going to be alongside Zilisch into turn 1. We are once again heavy on the braking zone. Don't want to overdrive the corner or risk getting another course penalty. So Zilisch goes by once again for the race lead. We try to get close to him here to find a way by into second once again. Zilisch, of course, been so impressive this season and last season. 2 wins already. 3rd in the points. Now we're racing Zilisch all the way here down the front straightaway, side by side through the aggressive 4 and 5. And we managed to stay in the gas. Zilisch could not, and we easily drive away into the race lead here in the Indy Road Course. Now here we are on the last lap of stage 2. Zilisch pitted again, which once again costs himself stage points. And we make our way now through the final corner down the front straightaway, and we are going to win stage 2 and sweep the stages here at the Indy Road Course in dominating fashion. Parker Retzlaff second once again, Quaffle third once again, then Majeski and Sawalich the top 5, followed by Justin Allgaier, Daniel Hemrick, Rajah Caruth, Sammy Smith, and Sheldon Creed the top 10 in the stage. So we sweep the stages here at the Indy Road Course thanks to our speed and as well as a mix of strategy costing Connor Zilisch today. So now we restart here in 5th with just 6 laps to go at the Indy Road Course. We managed to somehow get to the outside of Parker Retzlaff and Carson Quaffle. Insanely aggressive 3-wide move now behind Connor Mozak in the 88. And how about Blaine Perkins in the 29 leading at the Indy Road Course alongside Connor Mozak. We give Perkins a shot 3-wide, aggressive move, and we go right back into the race lead with a 3-wide pass on Blaine Perkins and Connor Mozak. And now here we are, 2 laps to go, and the caution's going to come out with 2 to go, which means we're going to have NASCAR overtime here at the Indy Road Course. We'll restart in the lead alongside the 11 of Daniel Hemrick in his Circle Chevrolet. I believe we have just enough fuel to make it the distance to the end of this race, so we stay out, get a great restart, easily clear the 11. Another conservative line through turn 1, allow Hemrick to get all the way back to our outside, but we clear him through turns 1 and 2, and we are back in control, driving away with the lead here in the final few laps. Here now on the final lap of the race here at the Indianapolis Road Course, through the final right-hander down to the front straightaway and across the yard of bricks. We are going to win at the Indy Road Course in the Xfinity Series. Our 4th win in 5 starts this Xfinity Series campaign. All 5 starts we made, we finished inside the top 10 with the worst finish of 9th at Darlington. So a big win here at the Brickyard on the Indy Road Course to prepare us for the main event. Of course, is the NASCAR Cup Series Brickyard 400 coming up in a few short moments. But we get to burn it down here on the front straightaway and kiss the bricks in celebration. And once again, picking up another Indy Road Course Xfinity win as we did last season. Not a problem for us. One of my favorite road courses to race on when we're not getting course penalties. And always a good race here. So we pull it off, get the W, and we'll see how this affects the Xfinity Series standings as the regular season winds down to its final few races. And shortly after we park it on the yard of bricks here, right on the start-finish line, we will head to Victory Lane to celebrate with the crew. Now, here are your final race results from today's race of the Indy Road Course. Of course, we picked up the win. Daniel Hemrick, a really strong second place finish. How about Anthony Alfredo, season's best third place finish. Tanner Gray, Raja Caruth also in the top 5. Solid top 10 runs from Sammy Smith, Nick Sanchez, Brandon Jones, and Taylor Gray. Also a really impressive run from Brennan Poole, finishing in 9th. And then throughout the rest of the good there, you got top 15 for Garrett Smithley, Kyle Sieg, Lane Riggs. Obviously, a lot of the good cars, Mozak, Quaffle, Justin Allgaier, Jesse Love, Connor Zilic, not get the finishes they wanted due to that caution coming out and the way the strategy all shook out. A lot of guys got some tough finishes, including Sheldon Creed back there. So here's your update. Xfinity Series point standings. Just 2 races remain in the regular season. And Justin Allgaier, Jesse Love, Connor Zilic, Riley Herbst, Daniel Hemrick all have locked themselves in the playoffs with their victories. Ryan Sieg and Carson Quaffle have now clinched playoff berths on points. So they will be racing for a championship. Ryan Truex, Taylor Gray, and Connor Mozak are in really solid spots, 8th through 10th. Brandon Jones and William Sawalich hold the 2 wild card positions. I would say Brandon Jones is the closest to officially locking himself in. Obviously, Sawalich hoping Jeremy Clements does not get another win and find his way into the top, above Sawalich in points, which is unlikely to happen. Raja, Creed, Sanchez on the outside looking out. Only 3 guys who can point their way in. So we win the Xfinity Series Indy Road Course, and now we are at today's main event, the NASCAR Cup Series Brickyard 400 from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Stories of the race: Noah Gragson was fast in practice, Tyler Reddick has been dominant all weekend, and Daniel Suarez crashed his primary car in qualifying, so he is starting at the back in a backup car. We are bringing out the number 99 Freeway Insurance Chevrolet today for the Brickyard as we try to find our way into Victory Lane. So we are green and we are underway in our 3rd out of 4 Crown Jewel races this season, the Brickyard 400. We start this race from the top 10, a great qualifying effort from us, right on the outside of the 5 of Kyle Larson, your 2021 Series champion. We close in on him and the 24, William Byron, 3 wide, swing to the inside on both Kyle Larson and William Byron. We make the pass on the 5, but now we're 3 wide with Brad Keselowski, your 2012 Cup Series champion, in the 6 to our inside as we battle alongside him and the 24 of William Byron down this back straightaway. We get a nose ahead of the 24, now diving underneath the 17 of Chris Buescher for 7th place. Kyle Busch up ahead in 6th. Byron trying to swing to the inside. We throw a late block, and the 24 gets loose, and he spins. There goes William Byron wiping out behind us. Big crash. Caution is out. Here's another look at it. Byron tried to swing to the inside. I threw a slightly late block, cleaned out the 24. He collects Brad Keselowski. Both cars into the wall. Caution is out, and now we'll have another restart where we restart from 6th, right behind the 12 of Ryan Blaney. So right behind Blaney and Alex Bowman, running 4th and 5th up ahead of us. We're trying to find our way into the top 5 for the first time today. We give Blaney a little shot there through turn 2. We slide up the track a little bit, get into Bowman, but we keep it off the wall, and that opens the door for the 5 of Kyle Larson now to take us 3 wide as we seem to be really loose on exit of the corner. Sliding up into the guys next to us. We clear Bowman into turn 3, trying to clear Kyle Larson. We just don't have the momentum, slide way too far up the racetrack. Have to fall back in line in 7th here behind Kyle Larson and Alex Bowman here into turn 4 and try to regroup and catch him back up down the front straight. That's what we'll do. We get a huge run on the 48 of Bowman, cross him over and pass him for 6th going to turn 1. With 7 to go in this opening stage of racing, Christopher Bell is still your leader. Now through turn 1, we go way too high up the track, bounce off the wall, down the track, just tag Bowman, and he's going to spin. Bowman around now behind us. He crashes hard, collecting a few more cars. Caution out again. Now it's 2 cars we've gotten into already. Now we're 3 wide with Blaney and Larson into turn 3. We barely tapped Larson. He's going to completely wipe out in turn 3. There goes Kyle Larson. Make it a trifecta of Hendrick cars we have accidentally wiped out so far in this race. And that's going to end stage 1. Christopher Bell, your stage 1 winner, his 3rd straight stage win. Tyler Reddick 2nd. Denny Hamlin 3rd. We come across in 4th. Ryan Blaney rounds out the top 5. Then Bubba Wallace, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, Noah Gregson, and Michael McDowell will round out your top 10 earning stage points. So yeah, horrible first stage for us there. Just way too many mistakes, being a little bit too aggressive, and cleaning out 3 of the 4 Hendrick Motorsports drivers. The only one we didn't end up getting into was our in-season tournament championship rival of Chase Elliott, who has been running outside the top 15 all day so far. Blaney almost turned us into the wall there. Some weird contact going on there on this restart, but we're doing a great job. 3 wide by Hamlin and Reddick. Just like that, we're into second, going for the lead on Christopher Bell into turn 3, and we are now leading the Brickyard 400. How about that? But we get loose in the center 3. Denny Hamlin with a brilliant move to the inside goes 3 wide, and Denny Hamlin, now your new leader of the Brickyard 400s. He managed to pull off a slide job right in front of Christopher Bell on exit to turn 4 down the long front straightaway. We get a big run, swing to the inside of Hamlin, still trying to get the lead of this race, trying to control it, trying to get our second crown jewel win of the season, backing up the Daytona 500, of course, as we're on the inside of Denny, who gets a big run in our outside lane. Hamlin gets by us, and Christopher Bell gets to the inside. Just going to be a tough spot for me to hang on this outside lane through turn 2. Bell goes by in a second. We get a little loose there on exit, opening the door for the 45 of Tyler Reddick, who is in third place now, finding his way by. Now we shove Christopher Bell down the backstretch into turn 3. I try to get to the outside, almost wipe out Christopher Bell in the process. He saves it. We get loose once again. Blaney now goes by. Just like that, we're down to 5th place. Got to regroup here and get back on our games. Down the front straightaway, we're able to cross over Tyler Reddick for 4th. We got a huge run. We're going to take Blaney and Christopher Bell 3 wide across the yard to bricks with 11 to go in stage 2 for 2nd even. We lunge it in there, hit the apron, and completely miss our line through the corner and slam the outside wall. Huge mistake. And now we drop down to 4th, and we're probably going to lose that spot too to Tyler Reddick. And we do, but now 10 to go in stage 1 rather. Sorry, yeah, stage 2. 10 to go in stage 2. We got a big run on the back of Ryan Blaney and Tyler Reddick. Tried to go to the inside. Once again, did not work, and Bubba Wallace drives on by into 5th. We have to settle into 6th. But down the backstretch, we cross over Bubba Wallace once again, as well as Ryan Blaney in the 12 here to try to get back into 4th. This time, we're able to hold our line through the corner, which helps us very much in the process of staying in the mix here and actually being able to make passes. But Denny Hamlin is driven away with the race lead. The rest of us back here are too busy fighting each other to catch up to the 11, who is well on his way to his first career Brickyard 400 win. We get a huge push from Bubba Wallace, and we take it to the inside of Christopher Bell for 3rd at the line. 9 to go in stage 2. Now we're underneath Tyler Reddick in turn 1 for 2nd. We do a somewhat decent job of getting a solid line through the corner. Just got loose on exit. Reddick and Bubba Wallace, both 2011 cars able to go by. Then we get into the right rear of Bubba Wallace, and that really makes us slide up the racetrack and cost us all our track position. Now we're back here fighting Christopher Bell for 5th as we try to work our way to the end of this second stage of racing. Been a very impressive race where we got really loose right there in the middle of turn 3, and Christopher Bell almost wrecked us here as we could get close here to the end of stage 2 and our scheduled green flag pit stops here. We're coming in pit road this time by. My car is way too loose, so we are coming in with Denny Hamlin for scheduled green flag pit stops at the end of stage 2. Here in the Brickyard 400s, can be 4 tires and fuel. Hopefully gets back out there and by short pitting maybe be able to beat Christopher Bell, maybe Ryan Blaney on the pit cycle. That's the goal here, to gain some positions, continue to get some more solid points, and just have a solid top 5 day to day. That's what we want right now. We clearly have the speed to do it, so top 5, that is our goal. A solid pit stop there, 15.8. We obviously come out, scored in 29th position since a lot of guys stayed out, and then just pitted on pit road this time by, including the 2311 duo of Reddick and Bubba Wallace. So now we come back on the racetrack. Now the ensuing lap as we pass pit road, we're going to jump all the way up the grid from 29th position all the way up into position number 8 as we do beat Christopher Bell on the pit cycle. We beat the 20 by a country mile. A great execution there on the pit stop. Next time by, we go from 8th all the way up to 5th place, passing Keselowski and others on pit road. So that we are now in the top 5 here, right at the end of stage 2. The caution's out on the racetrack. Stage 2 is going to end, and that is because the 23 of Bubba Wallace has blown a tire while running inside the top 5. So Denny Hamlin picks up the stage 2 win. The 2311 cars, Reddick and Wallace 2nd and 3rd. Blaney and I run out the top 5. Then Chandler Smith, Seabell, Eric Jones, William Byron, and Daniel Suarez from the back of the field rounds out your top 10. So Hamlin wins stage 2 after Christopher Bell takes stage 1. So that's 5 straight stage wins for Toyota. And now here we are in the Restart here, restarting in 8th, got a little too high up the racetrack there, allowed Daniel Suarez to clear us in his backup car, which is surprisingly fast today. Now we're here in 9th, we managed to clear our teammate Ross Chastain, cross over Suarez to the inside lane, get around to Eric Jones, William Byron, throw it in turn 3, 3 wide, an aggressive send, but it works. We have the grip, we go by both Byron and Jones and take advantage of the 18 of Chandler Smith having a very impressive run here. As we battle for the 5th position on the racetrack, Denny Hamlin still leading, Blaney, Reddick, Christopher Bell, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And we're going to be side drafting Chandler Smith down the front straightaway at the line. We're going to edge him out for 5th place right there. 12 to go in the Brickyard 400, trying to set ourselves up for a great run here for top 5. Now we catch up to Christopher Bell. The following lap, we give him a little bit of a tap there, a little bit of a bump down the backstretch heading to turn 3, but we get a brilliant move. Easily clear the 20 through turn 3, perfectly executed. Into 4th we go. Now 10 to go, we get around Ryan Blaney, cross the 12 over for 3rd here as we try to continue to move our way up the pack. Reddick and Hamlin still scrapping out for the lead. Look at the 24 of William Byron. He has come back from being spun out in stage 1. He's driven his way all the way up into 3rd. William Byron on a mission to go win this race. And now we get a run on Ryan Blaney. Get to the inside of the 12 here down the backstretch, and we'll pass Blaney for 4th. A cleanly executed pass right there. Things you'll love to see. Our battle continues a few laps later, just 6 to go. Blaney and I scrapping it out for 4th. Christopher Bell lurking right there behind us. Tyler Reddick now your new race leader. Huge slide through turn 1. We somehow save it without wrecking Christopher Bell in the process. We get a huge shove from Kyle Larson. The caution's out on the racetrack. The caution is out because AJ Allmendinger has blown a tire and gone crashing, collecting multiple other drivers, including Corey Heim and Joey Logano. So now we have a restart with just 3 laps to go. We're the only car that took 4 tires, so we drop all the way back to 18th place here after our pit stop. Battling Micah McDowell here, and Corey Heim, a few other guys stayed out, so it's a crazy strategy shakeup here. 3 to go in the Brickyard 400. We're being as aggressive as possible, already back in the top 15, passing Noah Gragson and Alex Bowman. Now our sights set on Daniel Suarez in the 7. We'll drive by him for 14th. Now go to the inside, Austin Hill for 13th. Continuing to fly up through the field. Now Denny Hamlin, by the way, is just taking the race lead. Once again, we go by Chastain. Now Justin Haley for 11th. We'll clear Haley at exit of 3. Now into turn 4, trying to get a run on Kyle Larson and Chandler Smith. We force our way in 3 wide. A dive bomb the corner. We're going to squeeze up the racetrack. Somehow managed to keep everyone off the wall. Now we're going to be side drafting Larson for 9th. Huge run on Eric Jones and Seabell. 3 wide down the front straightaway. 2 to go in the Brickyard 400. Who is going to win it? We're now working by the 2311 duo Reddick and Wallace with their teammate Corey Heim, who we just gave a huge shove to, who's clear for 3rd, and we squeeze Tyler Reddick into the wall there with Bubba Wallace sliding up the racetrack in turn 2. Now we go by Ryan Blaney down the backstretch for 4th place and clear Corey Heim going into turn 3 for 3rd. Now we got to get by William Byron and Denny Hamlin. White flag in the air. Final lap, so I couldn't make the Brickyard 400. We can pull this win off. Can we do it? We slide into Byron. Have to do a huge lift right there. Just, it would have been really risky if I went full speed there into that corner, didn't lift. Here we are through turn 4 of the foul time. Just that big mistake in turn 1 is going to cost us the opportunity at the win. And down to across the yard of bricks, Denny Hamlin has won the Brickyard 400 for the first time in his career. William Byron is 2nd. We come across for a very solid 3rd place finish and have won the in-season tournament. So here are your final race results here from the Brickyard. Denny Hamlin finally wins the Brickyard 400. William Byron, a great recovery effort to be in 2nd. We get a strong 3rd place finish. Chandler Smith 4th. Corey Heim, a great top 5 finish. Much needed for him in points too. Reddick, Blaney, Larson, Wallace, Bell, the top 10. Our in-season tournament rival, Chase Elliott, finishes down in 20th. Just never had the speed to compete with us all day long. Shout out Austin Hill, Daniel Suarez getting top 15 runs today. And, of course, the colleague cars DNFing at the back of the field. So Denny Hamlin wins the Brickyard 400. We have won the in-season tournament. But first, let's look at your updated Cup Series chase grid with just 4 races to go in the regular season. Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin have now clinched their spots in the chase, joining myself. The Hendrick cars are still all very comfortable. SVG at plus 40. Tyler Reddick now jumps his way into the top 10 in points, 31 points above the cut line, which means Joey Logano is now occupying the first wildcard spot, and Corey Heim the second, as he is now in the top 20 in points. So basically, Justin Haley, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, if they want to get in, they either have to win a race or find a way to outpoint Ty Gibbs and Alex Bowman. So a very intriguing end to the regular season coming up after Denny Hamlin gets the Brickyard win. So, of course, here's your final in-season tournament bracket. Of course, we beat Larson in the semifinals after Chase Elliott beat Tyler Reddick, and then we vanquished Chase Elliott here at the Brickyard by 17 positions to win the inaugural in-season tournament and the quote-unquote $1 million bonus. So we are your in-season tournament champions here in season number 4, as we now set our sights on the chase and winning a 4th consecutive NASCAR Cup Series championship. So as we conclude this episode, as always, we're going to give a special shout out to our channel members. Thank you very much to Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley for your support. Really appreciate it. Means a lot to me and helps this channel continue to grow and do great things on our road to 1,000 subscribers. Of course, we've just recently eclipsed 960. So those of you who are watching this video and not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it helps me out a ton here on YouTube. And it means a lot. It means a lot. If you want to become a paid channel member, link is in the description down below. And until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.